Man, Rooster, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Welcome back, people. You know,
It's that show.
I'm Rooster.
I'm Bishop.
And today we're playing a little bit of fetch. Fetch! We're throwing sticks, we're bringing them back.
Go get it. Go get it. Why aren't you bringing it back? Bring it back.
Oh, my dogs were always so terrible at that. I tried to teach them fetch for my entire life. Not one of my dogs could ever bring anything I threw it back. They're like, oh, this is mine to go chew and bury in the corner?
I feel like the more you pay for a breed, the more you got to work on shit. Because, you get these dogs that are like, they're mutts, crossbreeds and stuff. I think they know they're, disposable. They're like, you got me for free. I'm going to work for this.
Like, hell no, I ain't tearing up that couch. They'll throw me fucking in the goddamn dumpster.
You go buy a $3,000 dog, you're like, please, you expect me to go get that?
Right?
No.
I will shit wherever I want, sir. Excuse me.
You're lucky I don't do it in your face.
Yeah, I've had some good doggos in my day. First dog, Limo. Did you ever meet Limo?
No.
Long black wiener dog. We loved the fuck out of that dog, but boy was he a fucking asshole. I swear he was invincible though. He'd been run over when he was a baby. He ate a piece of carpet and then tied up his intestines. My parents had to pay a $3,000 surgery to save his life, and my dad was like, "Fuck that! Let's let the fucking dog die. We've had him 2 weeks." And my mom was like, "No, the kids have already." Fallen in love with him and like him. We got to save him. But he got run over. He took a deer antler right to the spine. He was fucking around with the deer out here and they fucking pricked him. But he came back dragging his rear legs and he was fine. Took him a day. He was good. He used to literally eat like the metal shavings and shit off the floor when my dad's grinding. like the taste of them. They were like, how did this dog live to be 15?
I don't know. That's insane. That is insane. Dog.
Who was your first doggo?
Well, to memory, we had this little chocolate spaniel, little spaniel dog. His name was Coco, right?
Coco.
And I think we had him for all of. We had him. I remember we had him for a summer because I remember it was the year I was in first grade, many eons ago.
Many eons
ago. And the bus used to come and pick me up right in front of my house down the county road. And, and you don't think anything of it. Well, I remember coming home one day and at some point, I think my mom or my grandfather or somebody came to the house at some point that day, and Coco got out, right? And I remember coming home that day, and I don't remember seeing it, but I remember getting off the bus and walking down the driveway, and then the bus is pulling off, and then I hear, whoop! And the goddamn bus ran over my dog.
Oh, no!
And he had this dog like 4 months. The bus driver stopped.
How old was the dog?
Oh, like not even 6 months.
Oh my!
Not even 6 months old. And the bus driver slammed on the brakes. Got out.
Oh my God!
I remember the bus driver was crying, and I was crying, and I picked this dog up, and it was dead, but I picked it up, took it up,
walked. Thank God! I was gonna say, hopefully it wasn't still alive.
Walked it up to the front of the house and laid it in the bush next to the front door, and I just cried. My babysitter at the time was there. Come to think of it, maybe she let the dog out. I don't know.
Fucking bitch.
But I remember my mom, when she got home that night, she was devastated because that was a great little dog. I remember that little dog. Now, interestingly enough, the very next dog we had, and this is kind of crazy, we got a German Shepherd, purebred German Shepherd. Great dog. Great dog. But my mom would put the dog out every night. And really big dog house, huge length of chain. And I mean, this chain was like it had to be like 60 feet long.
Wow.
I mean, it was huge. So the dog had plenty of, roaming around and all that stuff. Well, somewhere along, and this was the next summer, somewhere down the line, that next year, I remember waking up one morning and my mom was hysterical, right? And I didn't know what was going on, and I would always go out and I would, go play with the dog. I'd let him off the leash and he would run around with us and play, and he was very protective of us. And I remember going out there and he was laying out in the yard. He was still alive, but some asshole had shot him in the middle of the night.
What the fuck?
And he had a bullet lodged in his hip.
He was on your property?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I don't remember the circumstances. I'd have to find that out. But I remember there was a lot of the kids at that time, the teenagers at that time, were doing a lot of crazy shit in the county we grew up in. And my mom was convinced that it was one of the kids. They were running around and they saw the dog and they shot it, right? And we had to put the dog down. So
yeah, that's fucked.
Back to back
dog deaths.
It's like, okay.
Our actual first dog, but it was before I remember. We had like a little basset hound thing or something, and we went out camping, and I don't remember anything about the story, nor does Tegan, because we were too young. But we were going out for the day to do something, and the dog was like outside of our camper in some little enclosed area or whatever. And apparently, before we left, Tegan took him out of that little enclosure and somehow tied him up under the RV. Like, tied his leash up under the RV, so he was stuck under the RV. And we came back from like 12 hours of fucking out doing shit or whatever. The dog was supposed to be inside in the cool air conditioning with his food and water, and it was fucking dead. It was tied to the bottom of the RV with about this much length on its leash. Fucking dead. And we've always given Tegan shit about that story, that she killed our first dog. Terrible.
Oh my god.
That's
brutal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brutal.
Right?
Oh
but that's before
God.
Memory. My first dog I can ever remember is Limo,
Oh
but...
my god. Now, dogs are crazy. I mean, the breeds and what people spend on them, and I personally, I like all dogs. I had an aversion to a couple dogs growing up. Primarily, I was attacked when I was young. I was a early teenager, and I had an aversion to Dobermans for the longest time, and that wasn't a good experience. But so I've since grown out of that, and I've owned one. And
Jeez, what, do you get your arm or what?
Bit my arm, and yeah, that's a long story. We won't get into that. But that was not a good moment. There's definitely some pee that came out on that one. But, just what people spend on them, though. I mean, people spend. We've talked about pets before and what people spend on animals, and it's just crazy to me that people will spend $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for a dog, and then they spend even more money on animals, and then at the same time when you have kids, you're like, no, you don't need new shoes, you don't need new pants. We got to take the dog to the vet, and we're going to drop $1,000 over here real quick. But you're fine. Your teeth will straighten out on their own.
Who needs a pencil for school? Nobody.
It's kind of crazy. But dogs are great because they add an element. They're not like cats. Cats are just purely an enjoyment thing.
I was going to ask you if you lean more towards the dog or cat side.
I like them both, but the cats are just psychotic little animals.
Yeah.
Right? Dogs, they all have their own really distinct personalities, and it seems to me like dogs always want to make a human happy. Right? They always want to interact. They always want to be a part of something, whereas a cat doesn't.
It just wants to be left the fuck alone.
And when it wants love, it'll tell you. Outside of that, but dogs always want to be in the mix.
Yeah.
Right? And you can't take it. I mean, I'm sure you can. I wouldn't say that, but you can't take a cat like hiking with you. But
yeah.
I mean,
I imagine after like 100 feet, that cat be laying on the ground. You're trying to drag it. It's like, fuck you, bitch.
But dogs are great. They are great. My philosophy is, so if I have a medium to a large sized dog, I need a yard.
Yeah.
I need to have some. They need.
That's the worst, dude. Somebody buys a big Great Dane or something.
The Great Danes are lap dogs. That's what people don't know.
Huh.
Great Danes don't like exercise.
Really?
They would much rather lay on the couch and not do shit.
Interesting.
They'll drink a beer and eat Cheetos with you all day long. You want to take them for a walk? They're like, nope.
That's funny. See, we never had a cat because my mom's like deathly allergic. Fucking literally, Aaliyah will pet her cat at home or whatever and come over, and my mom's face just goes.
Well,
Fucking eyeballs red and fucking. It makes me like cry just thinking about it and looking at her because of how fucking irritated her eyeballs are and shit. Which is unfortunate. I've always wanted a little kidder that I can love on.
They're nice. It's a different world, but dogs, they just, man, and if you've never been to a dog park, go to a dog park. You'll see what I'm talking about. They're all different. I mean, the only thing they have in common is they all have to stick their nose right up another dog's ass. And apparently that's how they say hello. I'm glad we don't do that.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
this guy's all right. Just so you guys know.
But they all have these crazy little personalities, and certain breeds are more high energy than others. Right? Me personally, I like pugs.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a pug that was she was a great little dog, and she was just, man, I just got hooked. I got hooked. Pugs are awesome little dogs. They are just awesome little dogs. But there's some other really cool breeds that I really like, and I've had hunting dogs, and and I've had guard dogs, and I've had kind of a mix of everything. Man, that world is so vast. But here's one thing I can't bring myself to do. It's like watching golf. I cannot watch a dog show.
I've watched a dog show just high as fuck. Tia comes on, I'm like, holy shit, that dog is fucking moving. Oh! That's the only time I've ever watched a dog show.
I just can't do it. I'm like, okay, great. Around the circle one more time. It's kind of like watching a slow version of NASCAR.
Oh, another left.
Another left.
Oh, it went over
Another
the
left.
seesaw.
Oh, it just bounced off the wall. I don't know, man.
No way. I was like, holy, that little corgi is fucking Oh! I thought that shit was interesting.
I don't know. If you guys have some really interesting dog stories, let us know in the comments down below. And as always, like and share the video.
Do it.
We love to hear it. We love seeing all of our friends' dogs, and they're just all they're nuts. They're nuts. They're crazy.
Doggos are crazy.
And some of them, they're really well behaved. I mean, some of them, like, I've been very impressed by some of my friends that I would go, man, how the hell did you train that dog? You can't even tie your shoes.
That dog just smart as fuck.
Like, does the dog tie your shoes for you?
Jesus, for real.
I don't know that, and that's the hardest part for me, is that I feel like you don't always get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Some of the best dogs are the dogs you find at the pound.
We always go for the runs. Every dog we've ever gotten has been the one that stands out from the pack. The different color, the different size. We've always got the one that nobody wanted, and all of our dogs have been amazing. So.
I don't know.
But if you guys want to hear more dog stories, let us know in the comments. Leave your own. We'll maybe rip them apart and talk to you about them.
You got to participate first.
Yes.
Put some comments down there.
Right.
We'll definitely look at it. I don't know if any of you, the rest of you are, a few of you are making comments and then we're replying to them.
There's been a comment?
There's been a few.
Huh.
Yeah. See, I do that. You don't do that.
Yeah, no. No. We got our fields that we each do. We contribute to this project, and the YouTube side is not mine. But unless the next round's on you guys, we gotta go. So
cheers.
That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to, that show.